bracha that we give our children Friday night, our sons, we say, Yesimcha Elikim Efraim and Menashe. And everyone asks, the Shaila is, the big kasha, why like Efraim and Menashe? Like Moshe Rabbeinu, like Aaron HaKohen, Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, Yaakov Avinu, Efraim and Menashe. I have all the Shvatim. Why are they better than Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda? They're not even in the list of the 12. Why are they what we want our children to be like? That's the Shaila. Shloime Arieli gives an answer based off a Torah B'Eliyahu. It says that a person is always supposed to ask himself, Masai Yegia, when are my actions going to reach like Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov's? That's what a person should constantly ask himself to rev his engine, to push himself to be bigger and better, to be a bigger person. The lashon of Masai Yegia means that I'm not at that level yet, but when am I going to get there? Our job isn't to be born at a crazy high level and enjoy it. We're not born on top of Mount Everest, we climb up to it. That's the geschmack. That's what life is about, climbing to the top. Which one of our avos, which one of our shvatim, which one of our role models reached the level of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov? The shvatim were born as shvatim. It's like the Shloime Arieli, Menashe and Efraim were not. They were born as Bnei Yosef. Because Reuven, the Arizal says that Reuven switched the beds, and that night that he switched the beds, Menashe and Efraim were supposed to be conceived that night. But they weren't because Reuven switched the beds, and that's why Reuven lost the Bechor, and it was given to Yosef, who was Zoichet to have Menashe and Efraim. The bracha to our children is that they should be Zoichet to raise themselves above, to be magia to the point of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, to reach, to push themselves to the next level. Even though they were Bnei Yosef, the son of one of the Shvatim, they reached a level of a Shevet. Yaakov Avinu tells them that Menashe and Efraim, Reuven and Shimon, they reached the level of a Reuven and a Shimon. They reached the level of one of the Shvatim. That's what we want. We want our children to fight to be bigger than who they are, to become bigger, to become greater people than what they were born into. The gematria of Menashe and Efraim and Reuven and Shimon are the same. +1. Menashe and Efraim have a 1 up on Reuven and Shimon. We know that's okay with the Koil, but the point is that they were actually reached maybe even a little higher because they fought for it. Maybe because they fought to become a Shefet. That gives them that extra point. Ma'aseh goes that there's a Yid who's driving his brand new Lamborghini. His brother bought him a gift. Gorgeous Lamborghini. He's very excited about it. But even a Lamborghini doesn't run without any gas. When he sees he needs some gas, he pulls off the side of the road at the first exit into this really low neighborhood. And he pulls into the closest gas station. He's like, I'm in and out. That's it. And he's sitting there filling up his gorgeous car. And there's a kid watching him. Little kid with ripped shoes. Messy here. He looks up at the guy and he says, nice car. He says, thank you. And he looks at this kid, he's like, you know what, I can change this kid's life. He says, you want to ride? Yeah, he wants to ride. He hops in and he takes him running all over, spinning around as fast as he can go without, getting caught by the cops. And the kid is just flying high and he says, do me a favor, do you mind swinging by my house? I want to show this to my brother. He's like, sure. Alright, showed off, this is exciting. He pulls up at this kid's house, it's a shack. It's decrepit. He says, wait here. Runs inside, and he comes out pushing his little brother in a wheelchair. And he looks at his brother, and he says, one day, I'm going to make enough money to buy a car. And then you're not going to have to wheel around anymore, you'll be able to drive. He looks up at the man and he says, where'd you get the car? And the man says, my brother actually got it for me. Now what would we say? We would say, I wish I had a brother like that, right? This little poor boy looks up at him and he says, I wish I was a brother like that. To be like Menashe and Efraim, to raise ourselves up higher and higher, to be the best brothers that we can be, to be the best friends, to be the best sons that we can be, and to be able to become like Menashe and Efraim, Kiruvim v'Shimon, someone that Klal Yisrael will bless their children to be like us. Yesimcha, Yesimcha, Yesimcha Elokim, ki Efraim v'chi Menashe. Yesimech Elokim, ki Sarah Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, Yivarech etcho Hashem, v'yishmerecha yo'er Hashem panav elecha, v'chuneka yis Hashem, v'panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, v'yasem lecha shalom.